9 reasons why long-distance relationships fail and how to avoid them. What is your idea of a long-distance relationship? While, in reality, it's one of the most challenging types of commitment, many young couples today believe that being in a long-distance relationship sounds more romantic and exciting than its typical and more traditional counterpart. If you're in a long-distance relationship right now, the best thing you can do is learn from the lessons of others' mistakes, but where should you start? Here are some of the top reasons why long-distance relationships fail, and some inspiring tips on how to avoid them. By the way, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends so we can keep making them. For more videos like this, hit the subscribe button and remember to click on the notification bell. Thanks for supporting our channel. 1. Emotional immaturity. Sometimes it's not your fault that you're not yet ready for a long-distance relationship. Most young couples don't survive a long-distance relationship because of the lack of maturity to deal with this kind of commitment's more complex and often unpredictable nature. What you can do. You have to know yourself and be honest. Are you ready for a long-distance relationship? Or would it be better to say goodbye? Do you think it's a kinder choice to let go and have faith that if you're meant for each other, fate will find a way? 2. High levels of insecurity. You have a lot of insecurities that often affect how you view yourself as a person. If you're insecure, you lack the confidence to trust your partner that they will keep their promise and that they'll stay loyal to you simply because you're worth it. What you can do. Love yourself more, and if you can't do that, try to help yourself see your true worth. But, first, you have to believe that you deserve the love that others are giving you. 3. Impatience and negative thinking. Negative thinking can significantly damage a relationship, and being in a long-distance relationship is not the perfect place to choose pessimism over optimism. Combined with the inability to stay patient, you'll get a complete formula for failure. What you can do. Remember that good things come to those who wait and those who know how to look forward to better and happier days. Then again, believe that everything will be okay, especially when it matters the most. 4. Fear towards changes. You're always stuck in your comfort zone and you're too afraid to get out of it. You fear changes and do anything to stay where you are because you believe that that is the only place where you can't get hurt. Unfortunately, this attitude will eventually affect your relationship, especially if you're miles away from each other. What you can do. Learn to take risks and be open to new things and experiences, especially if you're in a long-distance relationship. Everything will change, and if you're too scared to even just react to these changes, you can fully live and enjoy what life and love offer. 5. Inability to admit mistakes. You don't believe in apologies and think that saying sorry for something you did is a sign of weakness. But, unfortunately, in a long-distance relationship, there's a big possibility that you'll often fight, most of the time, about petty and trivial matters, especially during the first months of it. And this is such a crucial stage that often leads to most breakups. What you can do. Let your guard down and say sorry. It can't be that hard to apologize. Remember that you're not just lovers but also best friends. You can tell them anything, and they won't judge you or hate you for it. 6. Self-Centeredness and Selfishness. You don't value your significant other's feelings, and you always only think about yourself. What's worse is that you always abandon ship and run away whenever there are problems to save your own heart from getting broken. What you can do. You are in a relationship, and you should do your part as a partner. Love and take care of them without asking anything in return. Always put them first, and trust me, they'll gladly and genuinely do the same for you, because that's what love is supposed to be. 7. Self-pity and lack of self-love. You always think that it's your fault whenever things go wrong. You have extremely low self-esteem, and you often think the worst about yourself. With this attitude, you always give up on your relationship, even at the slightest trigger. You don't value yourself that much and think your partner doesn't deserve someone weak and imperfect. What you can do: never forget that your significant other chose you for a reason. To them, you're precious and beautiful, and it doesn't matter if you're not perfect. They chose you because they love you, and they have found something special in you. 8. Lack of faith in happy endings. You didn't think that the long-distance relationship would work in the first place. Even at the beginning of it all, you already have a fixed image in your mind that these will all fall apart. Not because you don't love them, but because you're convinced that happy endings don't exist. What you can do: just do your part as a lover, a friend, and a partner. But then let destiny decide, because it's so unfair to your partner if you've already given up the fight even before it even started. 9. The absence of genuine love. You don't love your partner, and you're just not strong enough to tell them that. You think that your relationship was only good because you have something to gain until it all changes. You think more of how a long-distance relationship can be complicated and exhausting than focusing on making it work. What you can do: either you learn how to love your partner genuinely, or you'll give them the kindness to set them free. Whatever you do, do it because it's right. By realizing what you did wrong and knowing what you can do about it, you're one step closer to achieving a happier and a more stable long-distance relationship. It would help if you kept in mind, however, that no relationship is perfect. There will always be obstacles and difficulties along the way. Nevertheless, stay strong and true to your promises to each other, and nothing can ever take away your happy ending. Being deeply loved by someone gives you strength, while loving someone deeply gives you courage. Lao Tzu. Please leave your comment below if you have anything to share with us. Thanks for watching our video.